hand.
There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources.
You've got
The
this.
wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards,
Oh, great, is unitology here too?
uncharted
Hey,
worlds
welcome to
ignored,
episode 10
makes
of Mass
them
Effect.
popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries,
Okay.
cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society.
Disinterest and Geth attack. I also have this Argos Row. Wait. No, I guess I have the silly, like, force field thing. Of course. That's evidently not how we got in there. Oh. What? It's okay. Speak to me again.
Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew.
Combat. A mass accelerator propels a solid metal slug action and repulsion. The slug is designed to squash or shatter on impact, increasing the energy it transfers to the target. If this were not the case, it would simply punch a hole right through, doing minimal damage. Accelerator design was revolutionized by Element Zero. A slug lightened by a mass effect field can be accelerated to greater speeds, permitting projectile velocities that were previously unattainable.
Lovely.
If accelerated to a high enough velocity, a simple paint chip can impact with the same destructive force as a nuclear weapon. However, mass accelerators produce recoil equal to their impact energy. This is mitigated somewhat.
Good, so we don't just have my pistols can't shoot nuclear bombs. Lovely.
But weapon recoil is still the prime limiting factor on slug velocity.
And in we go. Is that that's just the hole right there?
Decontamination in progress.
So loading screen equivalent, I guess?
Decontamination in progress.
That's how we look.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Oh, hey, Tally.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Are you two? Nice poppin', Garrus.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped.
He doesn't
And I
matter
promise you
anymore.
all, we will stop him.
Can you just get
Well
rid
said,
of all the
Commander.
asshole
Captain
things?
will be proud.
The captain
Good.
gave up everything so I could have this
Okay,
chance.
we didn't fill up my
We can't
speech.
fail.
Hey, Joker.
Yes, sir. Commander, something you need?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
No, I didn't.
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in
disease?
my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me
Smiling's
Joker.
overrated. Especially when you're
Stuff.
forced to do it.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs.
Oi.
One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do
Yeah, I
my
should've
job as
done
well
that.
as anyone on the ship.
I don't know,
Better, actually. So don't worry about
Just
it.
everything.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
Goodbye.
Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
Oh, great. Level up.
See ya.
Couldn't they just, like, cut open his leg, fill it with, like, I don't know, bone material? Something equivalent? Good. I'm sort of afraid what happens when you hit a bar. Oh. I guess I'm the only one in my squad. Yep, Normandy.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions in unstable regions using state-of-the-art stealth technology. For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours or drift passively for days of covert observation. This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it
Delicious.
will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive. Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move
Oh,
without
so that,
the use
I
of
guess, makes
heat-emitting
sense-ish. There's a lot of stuff banking on this Element Zero stuff, though. Oh, yeah, you won't shut up about it. Okay, you actually have to use a star ship. Hello, people that I can't speak to. Evidently, my A button isn't working anymore. That is not how you control that. Okay, they just want me to read. Get read too.
The Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council. At first glance, it appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow. Empty space and systems without suitable drive discharge sites are barriers to exploration. Only the mass relays allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated, the destination system is rapidly developed. From that hub, FTL drive is used to expand to nearby star clusters. The result is a number of densely developed clusters, thinly spread across the vast expanse of space, connected by the mass relay
Can we build
network.
more? Because they've been built once, we can build them again, right? I mean, I'm presuming that we don't have access to that, and I'm presuming also those circles are all mass relays. Supposedly constructed... Oh, we already read this. Oh boy. I have not seen this star map. What is this? This must be the... Yep, Serpent Nebula. If we enter the center... I sort of want to get Liara. Oh no. Oh shoot, we actually have to look. What? It's Greece. Let's go to Athens. Does this cost anything? Like, does anyone actually own the copyright for that? The idea of that force system? Not force system, obviously it's a force. But, force fields that, like, protect against that? Proteus. Proteus sounds like a place you put proteins. Oh, like the Honor Homeworld, Proteus is more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off from Athens releases global humidity to 100%, creates constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus' rare combination of oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere, and carbon-based biosphere nevertheless recommended for colonization. A pilot program is studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. 2179, 1247, Capital Ithaca, 4.9 Earth years, 10 to whatever, I'm not gonna read all that. Oi. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposit platinum groups. Yet that planet's still... Actually, that's not... Proteus isn't directly next to it, and then we have an asteroid belt. Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. Yeah, we can't even we can't even visit it. Circe. Circe is a moderately sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it a striking yellow-green tint. Wait, we can serve this one. Proteus colony continues. They will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Like for fusion cores and such. Pharos. Distant Pharos has been seen only a cursory examination from an unknown manned probe. So traces atmosphere of nitrogen and argon at its surface, mainly composed of tin with deposits of carbon. Deeper craters have been partially filled with ice, and there may be a significant amount of water locked up beneath its frozen surface. A large ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. Okay, Athens is apparently not where we want to go. Macedon, I guess? It's apparently faster than light. I'm worried that we're timed, to be honest with you. What? Warning level 1 pressure hazard? Shargila is a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina. And its deposits of surface buoys instances and recently had a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Shargila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silicon dioxide. Dust, a respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. Where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. And we can... I didn't mean to hit BM1X. Oh, wow, you can just travel basically instantly everywhere. Porlon. Well, it's an enormous terrestrial planet, half, again, the size of Earth, so 1.5. Wow, that's cold, though. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Macedon is serviced by cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial minerals are present. Those may provide rich enough to be properly mined despite the heavy gravity. Patavig. Patavig is the second of Macedon's system's giant terrestrial planets, and far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia, which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. Though the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, mainly larger than a human, fish in the chilly of toxic seas. Though dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Patavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. The ocean between the system lines, the Volus patrons, the Turian hierarchy have made good progress. Oh, I guess this must be an Alliance space. Is this gonna be a gas giant? Fergalus. It is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. So here's a question. Are they gonna do it where every single planet that's out beyond asteroid belt is gonna be a gas planet? Since we've already been there. She's gotta know by now that we're searching for her, right? Well, because that depends how open is the council area. Like how easily can just stuff come around like be heard of information that just is discussed there. Tremonora is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates, deposits of aluminum. Its surface is covered by a wide swath of ancient dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created by an impact with some other body in the system. Tremora's magnetic fields are non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. It is said Tremora's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Wow, it has no atmosphere. That explains it, because it has no magnetic field, so it wouldn't have an atmosphere. And point 1, wow. Are you a grass... Yes, a grass jump.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like
I
an
don't mean you
automated
had a-
distress beacon.
Oh. It is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, a few areas of igneous rock highlands to the abrasive, dust-choked wind. Aeolus' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the giant sky and Automalica. High rate of meteoric explosion, dangerous. We're gonna land then. How does this work? I know that apparently we have a vehicle that people don't like. I've seen that. The Hammerhead? But this is actually going to be it for this episode, so if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. See ya!